Hi, I am Robin Gauthier with Next Home Tidewater Realty, and today I am excited to share the latest data on the Hickory real estate market. And I'm talking about the rural country part of Hickory and Chesapeake, where there are no neighborhoods with sidewalks, the speed limits on the road are about 45, and the majority of the homes are on acreage. So the headlines you see nationally don't always tell the full story here in Hickory. I'm going to dive into the numbers for December 2025 and uncover exactly what's happening on the ground. My goal is to give you a clear, confident picture of the market, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just understand your home's value. We'll break down the key metrics and talk about what they mean for your personal real estate goals. The biggest takeaway I want you to have is that the market has changed, and understanding this shift is the key to your success. Let's start with the most significant change we've seen in the past few months. The most important thing to understand right now is that the market has officially shifted to a balanced state. For years, we have been in a frenzied seller's market, but that pace has calmed. We now have 5.6 months of inventory, which puts us squarely in that balanced range of 5 to 6 months. This is great news because it means that the market is healthier and more sustainable. We have 71 active listings in the Hickory area, many of which are new construction homes. There are a lot of new construction going on in the area um, on acreage, which gives buyers more choices and time to make informed decisions. For seller, this doesn't mean your equity is gone. It simply means you benefit from historically strong home values, but you need a smarter strategy. The days of throwing a sign in the yard and getting 20 offers are over. The new balance creates a unique window of opportunity for everybody. But the big question is, what does this balanced market mean for home values? Even though the market has rebalanced, the strength of Hickory home values remains undeniable. We are not seeing values drop. We are seeing them stabilize at historically high levels. Look at these numbers. The average sales price is $721,000 and the median sales price is just over $702,000. This reflects the continued desirability for our community in Hickory. Sellers, you have maintained the significant equity you built over the last few years. The market is correcting the pace of sales, not the value of your home. This stability is a huge positive, but it does put a spotlight on one critical factor for sellers in pricing. So, if values are strong, how do we ensure sellers capture that value? The answer is strategic pricing. This slide tells a powerful story about the difference between a good strategy and a poor one. The median sale to list price ratio is 102.2%. Think about that. Half of the homes sold received offers at or above asking price. This proves that buyers are willing to pay a premium for a home that is priced correctly from day one. However, the average is lower at 98.6%. This gap shows that overpriced listings are dragging the average down. They sit on the market, eventually take a price reduction, and sell for less than they would have if they were priced right initially. Strategic, data driven pricing is the key to maximizing your home sale. And this pricing strategy directly impacts how long your home sits on the market. The difference between active and sold listings reveals everything you need to know about positioning in this market. Look at the sold listings. The median time on the market is just 25 days. That means half the homes that sold went under contract in less than a month. These are well priced, well presented homes that buyers are eager to snap up. Now look at the active listings. The median is 76 days. These are homes that miss the mark on pricing or presentation. They are sitting significantly longer, and every day they sit, the buyer gains more negotiating leverage. The data is a clear warning. If your home is priced correctly, it sells fast. If it's not, it sits and you lose control. Now let's switch gears and talk about what this means for our buyers. We have talked about how well priced homes are flying off the market, but what about the buyers in the room? For the first time in years, the market has shifted to give you significant advantages. You are no longer fighting a desperate battle. We have 71 active listings right now in the Hickory area. That is real inventory, giving you choice and leverage. You have time to conduct your due diligence, get your inspections, and make a thoughtful decision instead of a rushed, sight unseen offer. And here's the best part, you have negotiating power again. You can ask for repairs, negotiate closing costs, and find value in those properties that have been sitting a little longer. The bottom line is you can be selective and strategic. You don't have to settle. Now, this is a shift in power, means sellers need to adjust their approach, which brings us buyers, to the next slide. So, if buyers have more power, what does that mean for sellers? It means seller strategy is more critical than ever before. You can still achieve fantastic results, but you can't just throw a sign in the yard and expect a bidding war. Success now requires a sophisticated, data driven approach. First, accurate pricing is non negotiable. We have to be priced based on recent sales, not aspiration. Second, presentation matters. Professional staging and high quality marketing are essential to compete in the new inventory. Finally, flexibility on terms that can attract serious buyers who might be hesitant about rates. Sellers who embrace these strategies are seeing multiple offers and great prices, but those who aren't face extended marketing times and inevitable price reductions. We need to be smart about how we position your home. Now, let's look at one of the biggest factors that is helping both buyers and sellers right now, and that's mortgage rates. One of the most encouraging trends we've seen recently is the improvement in mortgage rates. This is a huge win for affordability and market activity. The 30-year fixed rate is currently sitting at 6.23%. That's a significant drop from the 6.81% we saw just 1 year ago. So, what does this rate drop actually mean for a buyer? It translates directly into increased purchasing power. For a medium priced home in Hickory, this rate changes saves a buyer over $200 every single month in their mortgage payment. That's real money in their pocket. This improvement is bringing more qualified buyers back into the market, which is great news for our sellers. It's helping to sustain the market activity we need. And we aren't just seeing local trends. Let's look at how national news is actually favoring our local buyers. When you watch the national news, you hear a lot of doom and gloom about the housing market. But those national trends are actually creating opportunities right here in the Hickory area of Chesapeake. We are seeing headlines about record price reductions, with 1 in 5 homes nationwide reducing their price. We are also seeing a big increase in sellers putting their homes off the market entirely. This shows that many national markets are struggling with oversupply and unrealistic pricing. But here's the local advantage. While the rest of the country is slowing down, Hickory benefits from incredibly strong fundamentals. We have excellent schools, stable employment, and a community that people want to move to. This desirability keeps our market resilient. So while national trends create hesitation everywhere, they give our local buyers a chance to be strategic without the massive volatility. Speaking of our strong fundamentals, let's talk about the biggest driver of our home values, and that's the school system. We've talked about the numbers and strategy, but let's talk about the single biggest factor driving long-term value in Hickory, and that's the schools. The Chesapeake public school systems here is not just good, it's a major asset that stabilizes and appreciates our home values. Look at Hickory High School, a 9 out of 10 rating and a 97% graduation rate. That kind of performance attracts families and keeps demand high, even when national markets are struggling. Quality schools means your investment is protected. They ensure a steady stream of qualified buyers who prioritize education, which translates directly into the stable home prices and faster sale. This is the bedrock for our local market's resilience. It's the reason Hickory remains a sound long-term investment. So what does all of this data mean for you in the future? Let's look at the forecast. So what's the bottom line? The outlook for the Hickory market is one of continued stability, but with a clear window of opportunity opening right now. We expect these balanced market conditions to hold steady, meaning neither buyers nor sellers have a dominant advantage. Mortgage rates are projected to stay in the manageable 6 to 6.5 range, which keeps affordability in check and buyers active. Our inventory levels are healthy, and the strong community fundamentals we just discussed, especially the schools, will continue to support home values. This balanced market is a rare sweet spot. It allows buyers to be strategic and sellers to still achieve excellent results, provided they use the right strategy. This is the time to act with confidence. Now let's talk about your next step. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the shift to a balanced market to the importance of strategic pricing and the strength of our local schools. But all this data is just noise until we apply it all to our specific goals. Whether you're thinking about buying, selling, or just curious about your home value, the next step is simple. Let's connect. I can take all this market intelligence and translate it into a clear, actionable plan just for you. I'll help you determine your home's true market value and develop a strategic plan to maximize your sale price or identify the best buying opportunities available right now. Don't try to navigate this balanced market alone. Call me today and let's make a data-driven decision for your future. And I also know firsthand more about the Hickory area than any other real estate agent in the area, as I am also a Hickory resident. Take care and have a great day.